Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of creating your first real website. This is video 11 of our web development tutorial series. Today we are going to be able to create a hover button for our web page, and you can go over and click on different web pages and it will pull up those web pages with our same styling, our same CSS styling. So I hope you guys are excited to get going. Now we have created a hover button and been able to switch between web pages before, so if you feel like you've mastered that skill and want to go ahead and try it on your own, please feel free to. Start in our CSS, and if you create, I haven't really described that the A, if you just put whatever tag you want, whether that's H1, A, body, we've done before, P for paragraph, you can add in any sort of background or add in whatever CSS styling that you want after you put that down. So if you do A and then colon and then hover, you'll be able to use the hover over any A tag that you have. And now we do have all of these classes we are going to turn into A tags. And instead of having, your entire grid or each one of these pages be its own hover, I'm going to go ahead and just make it. Well, let's see what happens if we use a grid here. Grid, and then we have our background color. I want to make it gray. And then our color is going to be white. And that, if we Control S and we refresh this, if you highlight over, see the problem here is that it'll highlight the entire grid. We want to specify each one of these. So going back in, we could do copy, paste, 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 paste. Not necessarily how we want to do it, but if we do home page, about page, courses page, for each one of these, games page, and contact page, and then save these individually, you can see that now this content doesn't show up, but each one of these has its own hover and changes like that for us. So not only that, we want to have these be specific tags, and so what we're going to do with that is we're going to make each one of these an A tag. And so what we need to do is create an A and reference a new HTML page. Okay, so the HTML page here would be the Crows coding course.html, and we can have this home be inside the A tag, and we can kind of copy and paste this setup over and over again and just change the wording. So this would be about courses, back to what it was, games, contact. Okay, then we're going to need to change what HTML document this goes to. So we would need to go back in here, create a new HTML document, about page.html.
courses page.html. Games page.html. Last but not least, contact page.html. Okay, and then by doing this, now we would have to about page.html. Courses.html. If you actually get this started, it predicts what it does. So contact.html page, games page. Okay, so now we have all these different pages. And if we open these, HTML tab, about page, you can do p tag and then add some things about yourself. Contact, you could have input. Games, you could add in some games, and courses, you can do some different things there. So when we go and control S this, make sure you're saving all these pages, control S, CSS. Now we need to test what happens when we click. So now these turn blue because they're links. And this will take me to the games page. About has our paragraph here. We need to create our CSS, and I'm gonna have my A tags. All my A tags have a color of white. That way they don't turn blue. And I'm going to do text decoration none, so that it doesn't have an underline. And then now these will still take me to those different pages. Courses, ooh, I don't have, something doesn't match on courses because that doesn't work. Courses page.html. Now I want to finish the styling, so on the about, and you can do this on all the pages, but you can always link, and we can do css/style.css, and then have some of that same styling by copying and pasting. So now when we go to the about page, we have that header. So let's go ahead and add the title as well. And then about, add our title at the top, Control S. Now, no matter which page we're at, and we can make more edits, we can flip and kind of have this setup for the about and home. You do the same thing with all these other tabs, and you will have a good setup to a fully functional website.
All right, that is it for part 2 of creating your first real website and the end of video 11. So next time we're going to actually get started with JavaScript. So we're going to take that website that we just created and we're going to add some things. We're going to be able to change images on the screen by clicking. We'll create some personal messages, and we'll start off with creating like a hello world project in video 12. So hope you guys enjoy.